The first university museum was created in 1693 at Oxford University in England, and today there are about 660 university museums in the United States. Museums fulfill a variety of roles, including displaying, exhibition, and educating community.
Having a museum on campus is such a special thing. There are so many campuses around the country and the world that don't have that special privilege to be able to have this kind of unique fixture on campus that is here before the campus even existed, as well as a part of its developmental history, and then continues working right alongside the campus and the mission of UNK and what they're trying to do by really being experience-based and training future professionals and just really celebrating kind of our collective community history. Helps provide, the historic story for the UNK campus, so we're kind of a living reminder to see how far the campus has grown and how far it's come, and it's still growing on past us and stuff, so it's a really good visual kind of fixture and reminder of where we've been and where the campus is still going.
UNK also has a museum.
This museum, this is the G.W. Frank Museum of History and Culture. So it was actually built in 1889, the building itself, as a private family home for the Frank family. And so that's where we get our name from. G.W. Frank is for George Washington Frank, the person who owned it with his wife, Phoebe. They were originally from New York, wealthy investors, came out here to try and build up a big business empire, and then this house was kind of their home base and kind of the epicenter for building up this big business empire in the area. And then, unfortunately though, in the 1890s, they end up kind of losing all of their money in a big economic collapse in 1893. And they end up moving away and leaving, and then this building becomes one of the very first public sanitariums in Kearney, Nebraska. But the hospital closes down in the 1970s, and then this building, still standing and still very functional, becomes part of Kearney State College, which is now the University of Nebraska at Kearney. I would say each collection, because we kind of have, like the Frank family era, and then we have kind of the hospital era, but then we also have our decorative arts collection upstairs, which is donated by a local family, and so that kind of helps illustrate the culture of the local Kearney area. We also have, kind of how we've changed as a museum and how we have changed to really kind of implement best museum practices and how we've grown to be more of a professional style museum, like we think of more bigger professional museums today and around the country and stuff like that. And actually, if I had to pick like one thing that I think is the most important feature here, it's the building itself. It is the building, because it is the space that facilitates all of our collections. It is the biggest focal and visual point for just everything, and it's really the thing that just kind of started it all. So I would say the building itself is probably one of the most important aspects here.